You're listening to the best of the morning grind on Hot 103 JAMZ.
Public forum will be held this Saturday at KCK Community College to talk about the establishment of a public defender's office in Wyandotte County. As it stands right now, individuals have to wait in jail for a court-appointed private defense attorney if they can't afford one, which can take weeks or months in some cases. We have District Attorney Dupree from the Wyandotte District Attorney's Office on the line with us this morning.
Good morning, Mr. Dupree. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Good morning to you both.
I thought a public defender was customary everywhere. How do we not have a public defender's office in Wyandotte?
Many people are in disbelief and not knowing that Wyandotte County is one of the largest counties in our state, and we do not have one. In Johnson County, it was established in 1980-something. In Wichita, likewise in the 80s. In fact, Douglas County and Lawrence just established one, and they're way smaller. We are one of the most voluminous counties of criminal cases and felony cases, and we don't have that. And so what they do have is the court-appointed list, and that list is private attorneys, and the judges appoint these private attorneys. And the issue comes in specifically on our cases are the delays. It takes forever for these individuals, on average 7 to 14 days to be appointed. And then on some of these cases, one judge just went off on an attorney who hadn't seen their client for 6 months. This affects the DA's office because I have victims who are wanting justice. And as everyone knows, the longer a case takes, the more likely witnesses disappear, victims decide they don't want to move forward anymore. And so in our situation, justice delayed is in fact justice denied if we don't get a public defender's office in here that have trained individuals who will represent these defendants so that we can get to the end of these cases and actually have some justice being served, quite frankly, in a more efficient and effective way.
Mr. Dupree, I'm interested to know how many of those individuals were actually innocent.
You have many that do, but likewise you have many who are found guilty. I'll put it like this. We all know the story of Lamont McIntyre, the double homicide case where the young man went to prison for 23 years. This individual was appointed an attorney here in Wyandotte County. There was no public defender's office. Likewise, the second exoneree, Mr. Pete Coons, who this office, again, found that he did not commit that crime. He was released from jail. Both of those individuals were appointed attorneys from this appointment list. They spent 23 years and another 12 years. Needless to say, both of them were innocent, and both of their attorneys were on this list. And guess what? Here we are 30 years later, and those two individuals who represented those individuals are still on this same list. There's a problem, and it needs to be fixed.
Concerned citizens of Wyandotte County can come out to this forum happening Saturday from 2 until 4 o'clock. Tell us what they can expect.
So they can expect for the State Board of Indigent Services to allow them to stand up and speak concerning issues that they see here in Wyandotte County, that they feel like, look, if Johnson County and Wichita and Douglas, if everyone else feels that it is important and it's necessary for those counties, then doggone it, it's important and necessary for us. Because the fact is, it's not just black, brown, and broke folks that this is affecting that are in custody. A vast majority of our victims are black, brown, and poor white people. And when they are waiting to receive justice or not getting it at all, it's usually because of delays that are occurring because of this appointment list. This conversation has been prevented from being had in Wyandotte County for decades because people who are on this appointment list, they get paid. No one wants to see this bread and butter goes away. But the only way we can fix this is to really bring Wyandotte County up to par with everyone else, which is why Governor Kelly and her commission said that every county that has over 100,000 people in it should have a public defender's office. And that was just recommended by the Commission on Racial Equity and Justice. It's time for folks to speak up and say Wyandotte County needs to have what every other county has so that our victims and our defendants can have a fair shot.
KCK Community College in the upper level in Jewel Lounge from 2 until 4 o'clock. Make your voices heard, Wyandotte County. Thank you so much much for calling up and sharing this shocking information. I literally had no idea that this was going on.
Well, I appreciate it, and I encourage victims to speak up. We have a Victims Liaison Board. That number is 913-573-2851. They can contact Elaine Cawthon. They can join this Victim Liaison Board, learn more about this, and learn how to make sure that their voices is heard concerning this criminal justice system. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Wyandotte County District Attorney, Mr. Mark Dupree. Have a good one.
You do the same. Be blessed.